Hello, third grade. We're going to be learning about a different kind of folk tale. Remember, folk tales are stories that are told that can teach us lessons, and they are passed down from people. Now, fables have some very specific things in them. They have a lesson or a moral that is learned, a theme. They're a short story. They usually have talking animals, and they have a problem and solution. Let's go ahead and fill this out on our chart. So the characters are normally talking animals. The setting is sometimes unclear or usually outside. Some characteristics are that it teaches a lesson and has a problem and solution. Remember, you can pause the video to catch up at any time. And finally, the one we're going to be reading today is The Tortoise and the Hare. Pause the video if you need more time to type this out. And we're going to get started on The Tortoise and the Hare. Think about the lesson that we need to be learning here. The tortoise and the hare. Hare is always bragging to his friends that he's the fastest one of them all. One day, Turtle got tired of listening to Hare brag, so when Hare started at it again, Tortoise said, "I can beat you in a race." Hare laughed. You could never beat me." That afternoon, the two raced. Hare thought the idea of racing Tortoise was silly, but Tortoise was determined to win. Hare started off quickly, and in no time he was far ahead of Tortoise. Then Hare came to a huge tree and laid down in its shade. "Tortoise is nowhere in sight," he thought. "He'll never catch up to me. I can take a nap and still win this race." Hare yawned and fell asleep. As Hare napped, Tortoise continued to focus on the race. Tortoise passed by Hare and the large tree and soon could see the finish line up ahead. He steadily made his way to the end, never stopping or quitting. Suddenly, Hare woke up from his nap and saw Tortoise approaching the finish line. He jumped up and sprinted towards Tortoise, but he was too late. Tortoise had won the race. All of the forest animals cheered for Tortoise, and Hare went home embarrassed. Now, the moral of the story, the theme, the lesson is slow and steady wins the race. Go ahead and highlight that. Now, we can first start by labeling our fable, and fables are very easy to spot because the animals talk. So our characters are animals. Turtle and the hare. Now these had human characteristics. So the most apparent thing they did is that they could talk. Now for this bottom part, let's think about what the problem was. What was the problem? Why did they race in the first place? Well, Hare was very cocky and thought he was the best. The solution was that Turtle would teach him a lesson through a race. Now on the previous page, we talked about the moral. I want you to go back and you'll type out the moral of the story. What did we learn? What was the theme? What was the message? Once you are finished with this, you may move on to the next activity for today.